Hi ladies, if you've been feeling weaker or noticing your strength just isn't what it used to be, you are not alone. But here's the truth, muscle loss with age doesn't have to happen. There's a lot we can do to prevent it, and I see that all the time with my clients. So today I'm going to show you how to reverse that muscle loss and rebuild the strength that your body deserves. I'll walk you through 3 powerful movements that you can start today, no matter your current fitness level. So let's get strong. Not just for now, but for the decades and decades ahead. Let's get going. But by the time we're in our 60s, our muscle mass is declining by about 8 to 10% every decade. That is a lot of muscle mass. It's due to different things that hormones play. We lose testosterone and other hormones, and it's harder for us also to retain protein. So that's where we need to be adding protein to our diet and be thinking about having a palm size of protein at every meal if you're a woman, 2 palm size if you're a man. That's just a good rule if you don't want to weigh things out. But generally about 30 grams of protein at every meal. By the end of the day, roughly 100 grams of protein. Really important to rebuild that body. And when we do strength training, we want to allow the muscles to rebuild. We get micro tears in our muscles, they heal, and we get a nicer quality muscle. So let's get right into it with 3 moves that we can do to help that body gain muscle and be the strongest it can be into their latter decades. So our first move here is going to be a walk with weights. Why do we need a walk with weights? Because if we're coming out of the grocery store and we have a bag in each hand, we need to be able to carry those well and not limping, not going side to side, standing tall, not allowing those weights to kind of bend us over and hunch us over. So as we walk along, we need to think about picking ourselves up nice and tall. Now I've simply got some oil, some cooking oil, 3 kilos in one here, and some drinks in the other, but you can be putting rocks in there, whatever you want if you don't have some kettlebells. The idea here is to stand tall, shoulders back, chest up, looking ahead of yourself and just not allowing yourself to kind of swing side to side and trying to hold yourself nice and tall. So as we walk along, the aim is to keep everything nice and tall. And you can even walk backwards. Now, the aim here, if you can, is to start with something that's going to challenge you. So if it's too light, you want to be able to walk for a minute with it. But if it's too light, mine today are too light, then I really need to load them up with more weight. You don't want to be doing it if it's going to cause you pain. Never work through pain. But if you can load up, you want to be doing it that it challenges you. Holding those shoulders back. You'll feel that upper back working very hard. So this is giving us good grip strength. It's working up through our forearms, through our shoulders, through our back, our upper back, our core, and even into our glutes and legs, but primarily upper back. So think about nice tall walk along. So that's as simple as it is. If you decide to take the dog for a walk, do what I do every day. Now I take a 6 kilo kettlebell in each hand and I take the dog for a walk. He doesn't really need to be on a lead, so I'm okay with that. And then I walk along, I try and stand as tall as I can with my 2 kettlebells. So maybe take down the weight and try a bit of endurance and see how you go with that. You'll certainly feel your upper back working. Great for grip strength and great for everything else. So the challenge is for you is to try and walk with your 75% of your body weight. Imagine that so say that my weight is a 70 kilo person, then I should be able to, if I can, my first goal might be 50% of my body weight. So then I will be halving that, so I want to carry 35 kilos, and if I take half of that in each hand, I'll have 17.5 in one hand and 17.5 in the other, and that is my aim for a start. And then build up from there. Fantastic to build that upper body, fantastic all over body strength. Have a go, see what you think, but making sure those shoulders are nicely back, chest up, and our core is engaged. So move number 2 is a sit stand or a squat. Okay, we squat every day. So people say to me, I don't know how to squat. Yes, you do. Every time we sit down the toilet, every time we sit down on our chair to have dinner at our dinner table, every time we sit down on the bus to go to work, every time we sit, that's a squat. So we're going to have a look at that. First of all, without a weight, and then we're going to add a weight. So what I want you to think about doing is, as we stand up, the weight is in the heels. We're going to take our bottom down, tap down, leaning forward, push up through our heels, standing up tall. Every time we stand up, I want you to squeeze these glutes. Take that bottom back, sitting back down. This is a squat. Lovely. So as we get okay at that, we can actually alter the tempo. So we can go down slowly, hover for a moment, then come down, and we can go up fast. Hover slowly, come down, then come fast. Or we can go down fast and come up, leaning forward, come up slowly, pushing into those heels, squeezing these butt cheeks. Those butt cheeks always want to be squeezed when we stand up with a squat. So coming down fast, coming up slowly. Or we can go down slowly, hover for a moment, sitting down, coming forward, pressing through those heels and the toes in front, and then coming back down again. So we can go fast or slow. So alter that around a bit. And what we can do next is we can take one foot up. So all I'm doing here is I'm taking a toe up or way up in the air. You may want to hold a broomstick or a stick beside you to help to balance yourself a bit with this. I'm just going to take a toe down, and then we're going to come down with one leg. So now my leg that's fully on the floor with that foot is doing my work. So have a go with one leg. If you need that stick on the side, grab that stick on the side. We're going to take it to the other side and coming down. Beautiful. Great. Good. And pushing up through that one leg. You can have your toe down to balance you, but I want you to really feel the weight going to the other leg. Now what we can do to make that a little bit harder is we can take a weight. We can come down with our weight and have a practice with that a few times. So strengthening your body is all progression. Nobody gets to the goal straight away, and we're always aiming to go that little bit better. Now what I can do, I can come down with my weight, and as I come up, I'm doing a press. Now, you don't want to be working through pain, so don't work through pain. If that's sore for your shoulders, just stay with what you're doing. But if you don't like that big press overhead, try a smaller one. And coming down. So this is now adding a whole lot of upper back work. So as we're doing our squat, we're working our glutes, hamstrings, our quadriceps, but also calves, core, hips, some back muscles as well. But now we're adding that overhead press. We're actually getting our heart rate up quite a lot. We're working legs and upper body. And as I lift that weight, I'm working right up through my shoulders and my upper back. I'm doing some core work. So there's a lot of work going on. So you can see that you can be changing that around and working at your own pace. And then from there, we can take that down if you wanted to, hold on to your chair or something secure. We're going to come down into a lower squat. You may find a broomstick in front of you a better help, but we're just trying to come down as low as we can. Some people's knees won't allow that at the start, so you may need to just work with going at a smaller squat, but you may be able to come away from the chair and just think, well, I know how to do a squat. It's like I'm sitting down on a seat. And then if you can do that okay, add your weight. And then if you can do that okay, add a lift. Great, I can feel those muscles working. And my third movement is a plank. Now a plank on its own, without doing anything else, is not very functional. But being able to perform a plank works a whole lot of muscles that we need to be able to get up off the floor with. It works our core, back, shoulders, arms, legs, a whole pile of things, but primarily core. And if we're up on our hands, certainly hands. Now some of you that don't like your hands in that position on the floor may find that some little hand holds that you can buy from any sports store so they keep the hands in a bit better alignment, or you can have your hands on dumbbells. So dumbbells will also help to keep your hands in the right alignment. Today I'll be using these on and off, but I'm going to show you first of all the easier version, how to do a plank from a chair. So we're just going to have our chair here. Now I'm just going to step out from the chair so that my bottom is not up here, but it's lying down a little, and I'm pulling my belly button into my spine. I don't want my hips to hang down, and I don't want my head to hang down. So I'm just going to hold myself here. This is a basic plank. This is what you can be doing at home to get stronger. It is amazing how your arms, your core, and everything will get stronger. But if you feel that in your back, have a rest and then maybe try again. The main thing you want to be doing here to keep yourself safe is maybe have your chair against a wall so it does not flip over, and also trying to stay right over the top of the chair rather than back here where you're trying to push the chair forward. So I'm over the top of the chair. Now, mine has nice curved sides to it, but your chair might have handles that are not too stable. So then you want your hands over onto the seat of your chair instead. Now, from here, we can do a few things. So we can actually bring a knee up. So holding that belly button in, you can bring a knee up. We actually can take a foot out while we're in that plank position, holding that core on, and I can feel my arms working and my core working the whole time. So there's a lot of things going on there. Now from here as well, on that chair, we can be doing a push-up as well. So just having a lean forward and bring it back. You don't need to come down too far if you're a beginner at this, just coming down where you can. So you're aiming to come down here and up, down and up. Now, I'm going to go down to the floor and show you how to be doing the push-up on the floor and a few different variations there. So let's have a look. So I'm down on the floor. The very easiest way to do a plank is really from our knees, and we're just going to start on the floor. We're going to hold that core on and pull up. So that's all we're doing. A bit more advanced version of there is to curl those toes under and coming up to here. Holding that core on. Again, don't let those hips come down. Don't go up too high. Just try and be in a straight line, tongue on the roof of the mouth, and hold. Now, if we want to work those arms a bit more, we can be coming from here, take ourselves, so drop those hips down and coming forward. We can curl those toes under and coming up here. Now from here, we can advance it a little bit more and bringing that knee in. We can actually be taking out one hand, tapping the opposite shoulder. We can be taking a toe out and a toe out just to make sure that plank works harder. We can be going down, down, up, up. Then I'd change the other side, up, up. And from here, we can even be doing our push-up from here. So hands about just over shoulder width apart. Those elbows go back at a 45-degree angle and taking ourselves down to the floor and up. So we can be taking ourselves down and up and down and up. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, see if you can stay in a plank. Don't worry about going down and up or tapping the other shoulder. Just see if you can hold in a plank for a minute. But you know what? You can build up to that. If you start to feel that plank, if you start to feel your back hurting, you know your core's gone off. So you need to have a rest, come down to the floor, then pull up again. Maybe time yourself, and that can be your challenge to see if you can hold up there for 1 minute in the end. Well done on your effort, and they are the 3 moves that I hope you'll find awesome. So give these 3 moves a go and let me know how you go. And remembering that we don't get to the end point straight away, it's a progression as we go along. So I hope you enjoy. I'd love to hear your comments.